Speaking of mayors, you hear what Mayor Bloomberg's doing it?
He is alive. Let's not...
The heroin thing.
Yes, I've heard that.
What is this about?
This is, I
think we got some
take
audio.
Charge, take care. 10 tips for safer use.
Of what?
Of heroin.
What?
Yes. A lot of taxpayer dollars. How much money?
$32,000.
No, that's not that much. But it's taxpayer money, motherfuckers. It was used so people could get these pamphlets and learn how to do heroin.
Holy shit.
Preventing an overdose, tip number 1.
I guess they're assuming that the money we save on medical mishaps, if this is used, will outweigh $32,000.
How to treat overdose?
I see a lot of heroin addicts reading this pamphlet, though.
Well, that's the problem. Don't share. Yeah, you're a heroin addict, and the only way to get your fix is to share a needle. I think you're sharing a needle. That's the problem. You're addicted. You're not going to sit there and go, well, I'm not sharing that needle.
And the fact that you're a heroin addict, you're not reading this shit.
Right.
This is put out for who?
Use new syringes.
Why do we have copies?
Prepare drugs carefully. Wash your hands. Yeah, the heroin addict.
Wash your hands. Yeah,
go out of his way to wash his hands before he shoots up. Take care of your veins. These are all the tips.
Yeah, don't dig for veins, Opie. If you don't register, pull out and try again. And don't always inject the same spot. Only boot once or twice in one shot. What?
This is unbelievable. Know your HIV status.
Uh-oh.
Get tested and treated for HEP. Get help for depression. What? Ask for help to stop using.
Oh, I see a problem.
What?
Illustration.
Which illustration?
The one on tip number 7.
White guys?
Black woman.
Where?
On the Know Your HIV status.
Uh-huh.
It's a black woman right there. That's going to cause some problems. I'm sure some organization will call up and say that's inappropriate and stereotyping, and we shouldn't do that. Just saying.
Well, they should
be a white man.
No, they should use the blue people from Avatar.
Are they going to be
Keep it safe.
They'll be the ones that kick in the door at on the alarm
safe.
Commercials and everything?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And no one will complain.
They might complain, though, because she looks like one of J.J. Evans' paintings.
Here's the story on this.
Nobody condones drug use. But if you're going to use it, it certainly is not in anybody's interest in society to have you get HIV/AIDS.
Mayor Bloomberg today defending the city health department's flyer, Take Charge, Take Care. Critics calling it a how-to manual for drug users.
It sends out the wrong message. It sends out a message that using heroin can be safe.
The handout, on which the city spent $32,000 taxpayer dollars, offers 10 tips for safer use of intravenous drugs, going as far as to describe how to prepare drugs carefully, like use fresh tap water or sterile water tubes. Use a new cooker every time. Don't touch the inside. And drop the cotton directly onto the cooker.
I have no idea what they're even talking about. Drop the cotton directly on the cooker. Is that like filter it?
That sounds like more G-spot talk.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that even means.
Let's say hi to Ken in Jersey. Ken?
Yeah, how about the number 1 tip being don't friggin' do it?
Yeah, they should start with that, right?
It's unbelievable. 32,000 and they're actually thinking these drug users are going to read this thing.
No drug user is going to read this shit.
Unreal.
No,
most of our politicians are completely out of touch with what's really going on out there.
Yeah, they're idiots. No heroin user is going to read this.
Hell fucking
it's not,
no.
It doesn't work. It's like when they try to round the homeless up and make them do things that they don't want to do because they have them crazy. You're not going to do this.
All right. We should really read through a lot of this. Tip 1, prevent overdose. Just imagine you're a heroin addict, okay?
All right. Let me lay down on the floor.
Use. It's the first tip. Use with someone else. Are you thinking this shit if you're addicted?
Yeah, let's say you have your heroin.
Right.
And your works.
Right.
See, I know the lingo. Your works.
Ooh.
And you're going to sit there and go, I can't do this.
I got to call up somebody before I do my heroin.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Got some heroin. Maybe you want to come over?
Right.
No? Shit. Can't do it yet.
Right.
You have that needle in your arm so fast. Stop it.
Such bullshit. If you're alone and something goes wrong, no one could help you. Know your tolerance. Yeah, because that's what heroin addicts do.
Yeah. They know their tolerance.
Look at Jimmy. Jimmy's been in this world, not the heroin world,
right?
But you've been in this addiction world.
Yes.
How ridiculous is this?
It's a little silly. I don't mind them doing it if eventually, maybe it will help. And there's enough messages about alcohol.
If it helps one person, right?
No, if it helps over $32,000 worth of fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a fan of if it helps just one person.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not.
No, this is stupid.
So you got to know your tolerance. Use less than usual. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
Right. Look, I never did heroin, but I certainly did a little coke in the day.
A little coke.
Imagine this for cocaine. Because we could, more of us could relate to cocaine.
So when you have your coke, what you do is
use less than usual.
Yeah, just do a couple of lines.
Okay, yeah, right.
And then take the rest of your coke and then put it away for the whole night. Right. And then you'll have some for tomorrow. Instead of, doing it all that second.
If Bloomberg was a good mayor, he would have done the heroin. So then he understands what's going on out there, and then he could really write this shit out.
He'll know.
Just imagine using a little less, Anthony.
Yeah, a little less.
Don't mix drugs. Okay. Combining heroin or painkillers with benzos, alcohol, or cocaine increases overdose risk. Okay.
That's it. So you're not going to,
You're not going to have a few beers or...
Have a 40 or something.
Right.
Well, you do it. Yeah, this is useless.
They're going to read this pamphlet and say, forget the beer, let's get some Five Alive. Or some Sunny D.
Five Alive.
Right. Let's go to Joe in Queens. Wow, the phones are certainly lit on this topic. Let's say hi to Joe. Joe, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not calling anybody over to help boot up. That means I got to share with some useless prick. I want it all for myself.
Yeah, exactly. You think your heroin buddy is going to come over and not do your heroin?
Right.
Again, let's go to the coke thing.
Yeah.
Would you rather do coke and not give it to anybody else so you have more coke?
The only reason you talk to other assholes when you're doing coke is because they have the coke.
Right.
He wasn't helping me mug that old lady. See ya, boys.
All right, let's say hi to Greg in Philly. He's an he used to do the heroin.
Greg.
What's up, Greg?
Good evening.
Hello.
Hey, Greg.
No, we had the same kind of thing up in Philly, but along with the pamphlet, they give you clean needles and clean water and bleach to clean the needles. So
yeah, they did that in Seattle too.
The needle program. I mean, a lot of cities have done that. I understand where that could be helpful because if you're going to do it, you might as well hand them, clean needles.
But a lot of people were against the needle program. They were like, it's encouraging, which it wasn't.
Right.
Well, I'd have days right now if it wasn't for that. So God bless.
It helps you, right?
Definitely did. Helped me get clean.
Right on, man. Congrats, Greg.
See you, man.
All right. Let's go to Jeremy in Cleveland. Jeremy, you're back?
Yeah, I used to work with drug treatment, and the cotton is the filter, the cooker is the spoon that's being, cooked by the lighter.
Right.
And, yeah, my girl's sister's, struggling with it right now, and it really is a bitch to get off. Coke's probably a lot easier to get off than heroin.
You think?
I would imagine.
What is she doing, horse?
What?
Yeah.
I said, is she doing horse? I was using drug lingo, so the kids know that I'm up on it.
She's doing coding.
Yeah, what is she doing? Abigail has a dirty needle and a cotton ball in her pocket. They're trying to slowly poison her. That's right. By putting marmalade in her heroin needle.
Marmalade?
So that all of her veins coagulate.
Oh, we got to find her quickly.
Yes, we do.
Stop the music.
Sam, you're never going to find the G-spot with that small Asian penis, Sam. Your pubes are longer than your penis.
What about Detective Monahan?
Detective Monahan is too busy putting his finger in the backside of my boss with the mustache. I tried to find my girlfriend's G-spot on the boat. It just scratched like cardboard. Shooka.
She has a very flat ass, that girl.
She certainly does.
Jim C.
How do I only cover 3 topics every time?
It works every been a while, so who cares?
Some characters aren't meant to grow.
Mike in Westchester. Mikey!
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, buddy. Turn down your radio.
I hear Jim C in the background.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm listening to myself. This is what happens when one is murdered.
What's up, Mikey?
What's going on, boss?
Hey.
Well, you're on the
Mike,
air.
Come on, keep the rhythm going.
Yeah, what's up,
That's your
guys?
job
Listen,
out
man.
there.
Yeah. Me and my friend, we get down some days, but we got a designated spot we go to. You don't call your friend to come over your fucking house. Every day we go to the same fucking place, man, and we do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit, this fucking
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. The mayor's out of touch because, you're not calling people over to your house so you could do heroin safely.
Yeah, listen, there is no safe fucking way when you're sticking a fucking needle in your arm. Okay? I mean, it is what it is. You know, you got to get these people that want to do it or you don't want to do it. But this fucking pamphlet is bullshit, you know?
I wonder if it's just trying to just people who are just starting out, they figure if enough people read it. I think it's basically just to cut down on AIDS.
It's embarrassing.
Well,
there's no other way to look at this.
HIV and getting high are 2 different things because you know what? You go to CVS, you buy clean fucking works. What are you going to get? Well, you can't get nothing from yourself, right?
Right.
It's not in the fucking drug. You're cooking it up, so it's ridiculous.
But, dude, if the message was so obvious, because to us it's obvious. If you share needles, you can get AIDS. But the message about how bad heroin is has been out there for a while. People still do it. So it's like you always got to get it out there.
Well, I'm going to tell you why people do it, because I'm going to tell you why we do it, because we're fucking bored, and there's nothing else to do. That's why we do it. It's something where you could do when you sit in your fucking couch all fucking day long and you don't go out and do nothing. It's fine.
That sounds fun to me.
Yeah, look, I understand boredom and addiction, but you can't blame a heroin addiction on just being bored.
Nothing to do.
No, I'm not. Listen.
Yeah, no, there's no extracurricular activities.
I've been in and out of rehabs, and I do drugs because I choose to do. I choose to do them. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking sit here and lie and say I have a problem, I need help. I don't need fucking help. When I want to stop, I'll stop. But right now, I don't want to stop.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know what? It's me
and my friend, we try to stop every 3 fucking days, and it never works out.
Every 3 days?
Every 3 days. It never works out. We got the fucking pills that make us, that we don't get sick. It never works out. It's always back to the fucking usual.
Well, when you want to stop, you'll do something about it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just die or you'll get AIDS. I mean,
Yeah, it's bad because you know what? These doctors prescribe these pills now that when you don't have something, you don't get sick. So what's the fear? You know what I'm saying? Oh. And everything in the street now is fucking shit anyway,
What do you do for work?
For what?
For work.
Well, I don't want to say that. I can't.
Okay.
I work for a company. I don't want to.
Okay. But don't you kind of feel like even if you don't get sick when you don't do the pills, it is just being such a slave to it. Wouldn't you like to live life free, like as opposed to just being fucking bogged down by that shit?
Killjoy.
No, I'm sorry, man. We're trying to tape this on the XL.
I hear you're listeing to it instead of the phone.
We listen to you guys every day, man. We listen to you guys every day.
Mike, we appreciate that. You could always tape your phone call on the instant replay. Don't worry about that shit
right now.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, you guys take it easy. I got to load up a truck right now, all right? Have a nice day.
Right, that's cool.
Is that drug talk?
I don't know. Either that or he just slipped and said what he does for a living.
Yeah, he did.
Brian in Philly. Brian.
He loads up a truck.
Hey, sorry, good morning, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy. About 12 years ago, I lost my best friend to a heroin overdose, and he was a smart guy. All this information is available about the risks and the dangers and whatnot. He had people supporting him and everything, and he just continued doing it, even though he knew that he was probably going to ultimately kill him. He still just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. I don't think there's any pamphlet in the world that that could have stopped him. So I really...
This is embarrassing. It really is embarrassing, this pamphlet.
This reminds me of like the propaganda for like pot years ago, like reefer madness and shit like that. It's like they think it's the government stepping in thinking they know what's best.
Right, I guess
it's so out of touch.
It's so out of touch is what it comes down to. I mean, they mean well, but they're clueless. Yeah. I mean, because tip 2, thank you, Brian. That's kind of the point we're making, what Brian just made. Tip 2, a lot of shit, but did you know there's an OD rescue kit?
Oh, yeah?
How many heroin addicts are walking around with an OD rescue kit?
That's handy.
Use the Narcan in your OD rescue kit. It works for up to 2 hours.
A narc?
Narcan or something like that?
Oh.
Narcan?
I was scared. I don't know what that is.
And then tip 3 is all about don't sharing. And
yeah, who does it?
If you need,
who the fuck doesn't know that if you share a needle, you might get it?
Exactly, but how do they know it? Because that stupid message has been gotten out so many times.
But it got out through just everyone knows it and said it. I don't think it was pamphlets or anything.
Oh, Anthony, pamphlets are everything.
Pamphlets. I hate a pamphlet.
I sound like I'm really defending this, but I'm not. I just don't think it's awful.
Let's go to Ronnie in Florida. Ronnie.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi, Ron.
Opie. Hey. It's simple. Like, if you're fucking doing heroin, you're simply not interested in being safe or doing anything safe.
Yeah.
You know, right? Like, who the fuck is going to wash their hands before they go fucking get high? You're interested in getting high.
You don't
know. Being safe.
Dude, that's not necessarily true because you...
retard can tell that.
Do you remember when Jodie Sweetin was in here?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it Scott Weiland's wife who said that she had a whole system?
Yeah, but she's got OCD.
Exception to the rule.
Yeah, she was a neat freak to begin with. I don't think most of the heroin people out there are neat freaks.
No. But I mean, people do these things.
I'm sure there's a small percentage that. Go ahead.
To keep themselves go. It's like, even though a lot of times these fail safes don't work, people do these things to try to. Like, a lot of guys won't share needles now because they know it's going to give them AIDS. If people didn't give a shit, they would just be sharing needles. So it's like people do try on some level to keep themselves from doing something completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that made any sense.
That was nice. I was looking at one of the movie things. It's called The Devil's Harvest.
Oh, no.
A 5th column showing destruction in the youth of America. Devil's Harvest, a good girl until she lights a reefer. The truth about marijuana, the smoke of hell. And they have a picture on. They have a picture there of some guy lighting a reefer for a chick, and she is just ready to fucking suck his dick, I bet. Her dress is hiked up.
I think the best part about this particular poster is that she's actually smoking the joint out of one of those cigarette holders.
Holder. Well,
old school cigarette holder.
She's a classy girl
broad.
Until she lights a reefer.
I like the other poster for Devil's Harvest because it says a vicious racket with its arms around your children. It's like this devil man kind of holding a woman, and it's obvious. It's so very obviously a white woman smoking a joint, and it's so very obviously trying to be like a black guy,
a Negro.
Let's say that.
Oh.
What's your last name in social?
Yeah, right.
Right.
I just want to make a point that the $32,000 that this program cost, if you save like 2 or 3 people from medical expenses or whatever, you've paid for it right there.
Oh, yeah?
We're not talking a lot of people.
So they're lowering...
saved in order to pay for this.
Okay, so they'll lower my taxes then, right? Because it's saving people? Is that what's going to happen now?
I mean, if it's
good point.
If it's a plan that ends up paying for it, then yeah.
No, it won't.
Well,
this is a feel-good thing.
Well, and then that's I wonder if this is not necessarily for actual heroin users, but for families of heroin users, people who haven't heard this message yet. You know, I got it when I was in high school. You got it when you were in high school. But, you know, there are people who maybe haven't heard it yet because it's, I don't know, they're young, or maybe they're too old. They haven't heard it yet. And so there's nothing in the pamphlet that talks about signs, but maybe if you see, you know, your kids have got, you know, describing what works are.
When did you lose him?
Oh, that's a very good point.
When did you just
Is he still on the phone?
nod out? Yeah. When did you phase out? Because I know when I did. I just want to see if it's about the same time. Was it like...
I faded out so bad, I don't even remember what his name was.
I know. I just really nodded off there.
Where did you fade out?
I don't remember. I just noticed I was staring. You know that blank stare? You're not even looking at anything? I was staring, and then I just went like,
no, it's
holy
sad.
shit, a listener's just babbling on the show.
No, it's sad. I just assumed you would take care of the rest of this phone call.
No, I was gone.
So was I.
All right, so
Jimmy's on his iPhone.
This guy.
Because there are times on the show, like, I just assume, we'll take care of this. I'll check my Twitter or something.
Do you know
we both bailed.
You You didn't interest one person in this room with your story.
All right.
The guy's just trying
I know he's just trying, but,
help someone.
Why is he suggesting?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, fucking. What's next?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
All right,
Thank you, sir, anyway.
This guy's going to tell us how the rescue kit works. Nope, he's gone. All right, we got Chris. Wow, a lot of phone calls. Christian, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, my brother's a recovering heroin addict, and let me tell you, that pamphlet, the only use that pamphlet has is actually holding your heroin so you don't lose it in your fucking pocket.
There you go. You can wrap up a lot of H with that.
Yeah.
Disco biscuits.
What
is a disco biscuit?
Yes, I can tell you right now that pamphlet's useless because my brother, we sent him to a $20,000 rehab, put my family in financial distress. He came out. The day he got out, he had a fucking party with us, and they went out and shot a needle in his arm, and we got a call from his girlfriend that he was fucking dying or some shit like that. So
20 G's down the shitter.
Speaking of which, I was watching Intervention last night.
Yeah.
For anybody that's in my inner circle, don't ever invite me to an intervention.
Really?
I'm not going, and I'm not pouring my soul out to you. I'm doing none of that.
You got to write it down on the paper and then read it.
Right.
Oh.
And you missed the birth of my son? He doesn't even know his uncle.
I love that.
Oh, I hate. Don't invite me to that horse shit. Right.
Yeah, so
shut up.
Hold on. We were watching last night, and I said to my girl, I'm like, can't these people talk from the heart?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be written down?
I have to write it down. And we have to give you an ultimatum.
Right.
Unless you go to this rehab, you're never going to see me again.
Right. Or my little daughter, your niece.
There were times I like to remember what you were like before the drugs. You were productive and fun. I think back at the time we used to go camping and fishing. And now all I can think about is the harm you're doing to your family. Shut up!
I will never be one of those people in a fucking horrible Sheraton fucking hotel room.
Fucking
hell, fucking
open that door up. Surprise, asshole!
I fucking am not gonna cater to that bullshit ever. I made a mistake catering it to it too long. And it wasn't a drug thing. Just
no interventions.
Catering to that horse shit.
Not now, not never. Yeah. Would you go to an intervention for somebody?
Sorry, Jimmy.
It would depend on the person. No, it would depend on the person. It would depend on my relationship to them and if I thought it would help them.
You do it just like a roast. That'd be fun. Just roast them. Bunch of comedians at an intervention.
So I see that your grandmother showed up.
That would be right. That would kind of be funny. And then an intervention with just comics doing a fucking complete roast on the guy.
That's a very funny one.
Dirtbag he is.
And then the person runs out, and then someone is selected to run it. No.
Yeah. You go get him. Go get him. Bring him back. Okay, look. I'm gonna go to rehab.
Thank God.
Right. Cut to the end where you put the print of what happened to him later.
Right.
He's back on drugs and everything's fucked up.
I think last night she's currently in California, still doing heroin.
Yeah.
Great.
Still doing heroin.
Great. I had to take a day off from work for your stupid intervention. Thanks. To use a 3-day weekend to do something fun, but no. Here's part 2 of the mayor and the heroin safety pamphlet.
Health officials point to an 80% reduction in the number of new HIV infections since 1995 and say campaigns like this play a major part. People we spoke to had mixed opinions on the program.
It only encourages pushers to keep doing what they're doing illegally.
And junkies.
It doesn't help the society at all.
It's a good thing.
Why is that?
Well, if people are going to use it, then they should know how.
One point not in dispute, kicking the habit is the best advice of all.
Yeah, no kidding. Anthony, the home drug test.
Home drug test.
I think this is the commercial that we listened to on the way in with the disco biscuits. Let me see here. And there are blogs and message board postings about people around the country hating this ad. They hate this ad.
Kevin?
Yeah, Mom?
I've heard they might start drug testing in your school, so I need to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Have you ever done pot?
No.
Cocaine?
No.
Is that Sam?
You're a kid in high school and you're going to say yes to that?
No.
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 Prescription drugs?
No.
Mexican speedballs?
No.
Beanies, hydro, wiffle dust?
No.
Lid poppers, crank, space cake, shabu shabu?
Wait, what?
Shabu shabu, honey.
Oh, no.
Ganja, Gagler, Disco Biscuits, Zigzag, Courage Pills, Hooter, Hippie Flips, the Yayo Dank, Jive Pumpers, Hawaiian Sunrise, Schmiz, Nose Nachos, the Browns, Fakakta Drops, Racehorse Charlie, Carnival Barker Bumper Blips?
Maybe. I mean, no.
Now there's a way to get the whole truth at home and keep it there. That's First Check Home Drug Test.
Fucking rat.
With just a sample in a cup, you get results in minutes, as accurate as a lab screening. Pick up First Check now at your local pharmacy or learn more at firstcheckradio.com. Check first with First Check.
That was real?
Yeah.
I thought that was a fucking Family Guy sketch.
No.
I swear to God.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
People hate that ad.
That's the real
Disco
deal.
biscuits.
Disco biscuits.
I think the worst commercials that are on now on TV anyway, not radio, have to be the stupid credit report commercials with that stupid band. I can't fucking stand that.
Which one is that now?
The
I might
one
just tune it out.
The credit report thing, and it's the three guys in the bands, and one of them they're at the Renaissance Fair, another one they're at like a Red Lobster, and
we got to taste
another
one of these spots.
You know what doesn't make sense about those?
Yeah.
What?
They don't even sing.
That
guy, he's not even singing. So they hired an actor to lip sync some other guy.
Why couldn't it just be the band?
I don't know.
And the guitar player looks like Laszlo.
Now, come on now. You don't want him calling in.
No, okay.
He sucks.
Fuck you, Danny.
He sucks at Modern Warfare, too. That made me laugh all day.
I was fucking laughing at that. The way he called, it's like, oh, Laszlo's on the phone. Click. Yeah. Fuck you, Danny.
All right, we got a commercial hit.
Yeah, it is one of the freecreditreport.com.
Oh, I hate this.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone too free.
Yeah, I know this one.
I can't stand it.
Is it the worst commercial on TV, though?
It's amongst them. Another one I can't take is Starsky going, "You're stuck on a treadmill." And he's talking, another credit one.
Right. I'll tell you, it's not a bad commercial, but it's the most overplayed commercial on TV right now, and we have to beat up one of our pals. Oh, not yet, Frank. Anyone?
Wait.
Anyone? Anyone?
Which one is
Anyone?
that? I've seen
Anyone?
them all.
Anyone? Oh, not yet, Frank. Anyone?
No.
Anyone? Anyone?
What is it for?
Dirty Jobs.
A Ford commercial?
Yeah. And Frank is trying to rip down all the fucking
shit. The signs for the holidays.
And our pal goes, "Oh, not yet, Frank.
Not yet, Frank.
There's still time." That fucking commercial's been overplayed.
At least you know that one's like going to be gone. There are ones though that just for
Good old Mike
years.
Rowe.
They just go for years.
Like that the Tempur-Pedic mattress with that stupid bitch in a nightgown, like stepping on the mattress, like amazed that the wine's not tipping over.
The wine's not tipping. Yeah, with the Tempur-Pedic mattress. And by the way, it's supposed to not upset your sleeping partner when you roll around on that. If it didn't have a sheet on it, I could agree with that.
Right.
But once you put a sheet on it,
everything moves.
The sheet becomes a movable object on top of it. You could not jump on that stupid bed with a sheet on it and glass of wine. So stop it.
It will leave a stain.
Yes.